Hey, hi. I hope you're having a wonderful day or night. It is currently 2:45 in the morning and I cannot sleep. That happens really often. So I decided, why don't I just do an ASMR video? And it is so quiet and peaceful. And I'd love to. I thought, why don't I? I mean, I'd love to. So that is what I'll be doing. Something just turned on, and I just want to know if it affects you guys. So just let me know if you can hear it or if it bothers you. I do apologize for it, but there's nothing I can do to control it. It's the air system, so can't do anything about it. However, good news is I made tea. Good soup. You know where that's from. Maybe some of you guys know where that's from. It's from TikTok. But the point is, I just want to talk about stuff. Specifically, I do want to give some advice. A piece of advice that I think you should really consider. Now, I know that a lot of you probably get advice and you don't take it seriously, or you don't really appreciate the advice. I'm hoping that any advice that I give you, you at least consider it. Okay? This is the type of advice that I give my brother, or that I would give him. Because we're both very busy, so we don't talk as much, so I hope he sees this. If you see this, bro, I love you. And the piece of advice that I have for you tonight, specifically, is about letting other people's opinions of you control you. Now, here's the deal. When you live your life by other people's opinions, you are doing a huge disservice for yourself. And when I'm talking about a disservice, I am talking about probably the worst disservice that you could do for yourself. Because check this out. And this goes really deep, so I also go on tangents a lot, so please just bear with me, alright? Bear with me. Let's say, for example, you live your life according to your friends' opinions. Let's say that, for example, you want to be an artist. You want to go to college, but you want to go into the arts. Or it could be that you don't want to go to college. You just want to do something else. You want to go into acting, or you want to go into you want to go to a trade school, which is like little universities where you take like 1 year and you specialize in plumbing, for example. And those guys make a lot of money after 1 year, when other people are in college for 4 years, but I digress. The point is, if you're afraid to do the thing you want to do because of other people's opinions of you, you're giving them a lot of power without them not doing anything. Does that make sense? You are legitimately throwing away your happiness, throwing away your possibilities for other people, and for the perception that they have in their head of you. An opinion and perception. That's not good. That is no good. Look at me. Don't live based off of other people's opinions of you. Okay? Don't live for other people. live for you. That is something that takes a long time for a lot of people to realize, okay? I, luckily enough, realized it somewhat early, but a lot of people, a lot of adults, keep living their lives afraid of other people's opinions of them. When those people have nothing to do with their lives. We live in a society or in a moment in time when people have a lot of opinions and they can place them everywhere because the internet exists, right? So opinions, they don't really mean that much, if that makes sense. People, you, your friends, whoever it is, might let those opinions really matter if you let them matter. Does that make sense? Are you following me? Good. Don't let other people's opinions control you. Now, here's the deal. I completely understand that maybe we're talking about younger people, right? Maybe you're in middle school or whatever. And right now, your parents have plans for you, right? They want you to go to college, but you don't want to go to college. They just want what's best for you. They want what they didn't have, maybe. Or they have this wrong perception that everyone that goes to college gets a job. That everyone that goes to college gets a salary. But going to college does not secure you a job. Not anymore. It doesn't. I'm using myself as an example. I am not telling you to drop out of wherever you are and become a content creator. That's not what I'm telling you, okay? What I'm telling you is I'm just an example of someone who dropped out of college and is making a living doing something else, okay? Grain of salt. Take this with a grain of salt. Now, all I want is what's best for you, okay? And there's a lot of misinformation. The world is changing. Things aren't like they used to be. There's a lot of confusion in the world because there's a lot of information everywhere. But the truth is so hard to find in all that vast ocean of information, right? Specifically with how much of it there is. We're talking about a galaxy's worth of information. Look at me, sounding all philosophical. It's hilarious. No, but for real, seriously, all I want is for you to be okay. I want you to progress in life, and I want you to have the knowledge or advice that I didn't have. And this is a biggie. This is an important one. People's opinions, they can wear you down. When you learn to not let those things affect you, this is the one right here. When you learn, when you adapt into not letting other people's opinions of you affect you, you become untouchable. You become uncontrollable in a good way, obviously, as long as you're in control of yourself. Because that's a completely different variable. Listen right now. You're uncontrollable for other people, from other people, right? However, you have to be careful because you have to also know yourself. And when you're growing up, there's no rush for that. There's time, okay? There's time. There's still things about myself that I don't entirely know, that I haven't entirely dealt with, okay? I'm 25, all right? A lot of you might think that's really old. A lot of you might think that's young. I think right now I'm pretty young. I'm 25. But then again, I think that time, the lives that we have, like the length is a lot. We just measure it completely wrong. And here's the big thing I think about that. I'm going on a tangent. I apologize for the burp. A lot of people are living either in the past, depressed, or living fearful of the future, anxiety. So they're not in the present. If you stay in the present and you learn to appreciate it, time seems a lot longer. When you learn to appreciate the moments, not every second, but the moments of every day, time slows down. Then it seems better. That's another conversation. The point is learning about yourself, learning to control yourself. That becomes something very useful, something that you need. But the first thing you should learn is to just not let other people control you with their opinions. Not let them matter to you. The only opinion you should really worry about is yourself, is your own. And this might seem very hard to understand, but even opinions from your friends, opinions from your parents, sometimes, listen very carefully, sometimes might not be right. I know that family seems like everything, but sometimes it's not. There are families that are good, there are families that are bad and toxic. That's another conversation. That tea is very, very good. Very good tea. It's sleeping tea, by the way. The point is, right, I just want you to not let other people's opinions control you. They don't even exist. It's a thought. It's words that come out of people. You're this, you're that. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. It's words. Legitimately, it just doesn't, let your thoughts, what actually fuels you, how you feel about yourself, that's all that matters, is you. Do you know why? Because you can't control other people's opinions, but you can control your opinion of yourself. You can work towards it. You can work in terms of making it good and better for you, for your soul, for how you feel about it, right? Maybe I just went off on a tangent there, but maybe you understand what I mean, right? Hopefully you do. Hopefully I've expressed it clearly enough. The bottom line is, do not let other people's opinions control you. Their expectations, their whatever it is. Just don't let other people control you. You have your own path to make. The only thing you can control in this life is your actions. That is the only thing. Think about that. Your words, which are an action of speaking. The only thing you can control is your actions. Your health, that's so sad. The only thing you have control over is your actions. Think about that. You can do your best. You can exercise every day. You can eat right. You can drink water. You can get your 8 hours of sleep. You can stay away from all processed foods. You can do everything. One day you wake up, you have cancer. You did everything right, and some dude who smokes 2 packs a day and drinks himself to death every night lives till he's 75, 80, 100 with nothing. So you can do things for a better outcome, but it doesn't mean that it's going to matter. You're hoping for it to matter. So what I'm saying here is the only thing you can truly control is your actions. You can't control other people's opinions. You can't control your health. You can do things to better them. I'm not telling you to just go all out and drink. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just putting it into perspective so you understand what I mean, okay? Nevertheless, I want you to be okay, and you will be. Now, I'm going to drink this, and then I'm going to try to go to sleep. But there will always be another tea. There will always be another moment that I will upload something else very soon. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And thank you for being here with me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.